Welcome, my dear students, once again to you all to this recorded lesson. I hope you all are safe and fine at your home. Be safe and fine at your home itself. So, this is our ninth recorded lesson. In the previous recorded lesson, we have discussed the chapter 3, that is the bell, and we have finished it up. So, here is a new topic, new chapter to you all. You wanted to know what is that? Yes. Without wasting much time, today we are going to discuss regarding the poem Thunderstorm, which is written by Emily Dickinson. So, this is the poem which is written by Emily Dickinson regarding the thunderstorm. So, this is very beautiful and simple poem which is written by her to us. So, before reading the poem, before knowing what the poet has written in the poem, let us see and learn few things regarding the poet. So, this is the image of Emily Dickinson. The full name of Emily Dickinson is Emily Elizabeth Dickinson. Her father was lawyer and she was American poet. She was not wealthy family and she was born on 10th December 1830 at America. Some of her other famous poems includes A Bird Came Down the Walk and Because I Could Not Stop for Death and Wild Night and I Am Nobody, Who Are You? And one more is Hope is the Thing with Feather. These all are the poems which are the famous poems of Emily Elizabeth Dickinson. And finally, she died on 15th May 1886 due to some disease. So now we are going to discuss one of her poem, that is A Thunderstorm. So this is poem which is released by both the title A Thunderstorm and one more title The Wind Began to Rock the Grass. So in two titles also this poem has been released, and the poem is about damage that nature can have on nature and how it shows shelter from the storm. So how it should seek the shelter from the storm. And this poem also describe the scene created by the thunderstorms. So this poem describes what are the scenes which are created by the thunderstorm. So let us start the poem. I will recite the poem. Listen it carefully. The bird began to rock the grass with threatening tunes and low. He flung a menace at the earth, a menace at the sky. Once again I will recite it. The wind began to rock the grass with threatening tunes and low. He flung a menace to the earth, a menace to the sky. That means here the poem describes the scene created by the thunderstorm. So the first a strong wind began, right, to blow. How the wind began? Rocking the grass. It was like rocking the grass. And also the dark clouds gather in the sky, casting threatening shadows on the earth and in the sky. So The first wind start to begin, and the dark clouds which was like threatening the shadows. It was shadows which was threatening the earth, not only the earth, it also threatening the sky. The word menace means something that is likely to cause harm. So here which is causing harm? So the shadows, okay, a dark shadows of thunder, it is causing the harm to earth and the sky. So threatening shadows on the earth and the sky, which was like it is causing the harm to the earth and also the sky. Now let us move towards the second stanza. The leaves unhooked themselves from trees and started all abroad. The dust did scoop itself like hands and throw away the roads. I'll recite it once again. The leaves unhooked themselves from trees and started all abroad. The dust did scoop itself like hands and throw away the roads. Now the wind is started to blow, a strong wind which has started to blow, and the threatening, it is threatening the earth and the sky. At the same time, due to the pressure of the wind, the leaves are in the tree, the leaves which is there in the tree, it is unhooked themselves. Means the leaves which is there in the tree is falling down on the earth. The leaves has been scattered around the earth, all over the earth, and even the dust which is there on the earth, it is also like throw away the roads. So even the dust has been scattered all over the roads. So the strong wind which has been blown, the leaves attached from the trees which has been fallen down, and the leaves are scattered here and there, means almost everywhere the leaves has scattered, and the dust and sand are also blown into the air. When the wind is so strong, even the dust and even the sand which is blown into the air and get scattered, it is get scattered on roads and almost everywhere. So even the leaves, stand, dust, everything, due to the pressure of the air, it is scattered. Okay, it is scattered everywhere, means it is placed everywhere, almost everywhere in the roads. Now let us move towards the third stanza. The wagons quickened on the streets, the thunder hurried slow, the lightning showed a yellow break, and then a livid glow. I'll repeat it once again. The wagons quickened on the streets, the thunder hurried slow, the lightning slowed a yellow break, and then a livid glow. So now the wind is blowing very fast, and due to the wind, all the leaves, dust, sand, everything is scattered all around. And now the wagon is nothing but the vehicles which are there on the streets, which are moving very fast. Okay, they are moving towards their home very fast. They wanted to move very fast, and they wanted to be say in the safer side. And the thunder hurried slow. So the thunder which was there in the sky, it becomes slow. The speed of the thunder will be lessening. So the speed of the thunder will become very slow. The lightning showed a yellow break. A lightning which is there in the sky, which is one of the beautiful thing of the nature. It is a beautiful power of the nature. So the lightning which is becoming yellow break. So the lightning which turns into like a yellow beak and then a livid glow means it seems like it is extremely angry. It seems like extremely angry, and it has very beautiful sharp and thin structure. So the wagons and vehicles which are there on the road also feels the impact of thunder, right? It also feels the impact of thunderstorm, hence it is moving fast towards their home. And even the after few time the speed of the thunder is lessened. The speed which is of the thunder will become lesser and lesser, but they are buffeted by the storm winds. So they are buffeted by their strong winds, and then the lightning flashes in the sky. So how the lightning flashes in the sky? So the lightning flashes in the sky as if they are showing its yellow beak. Okay, they are having a yellow beak and they are showing the yellow beak, and also it is seems like it is having extremely angry. It shows like it has extremely angry. So now we have already completed three stanzas, right? So we have completed three stanzas and we have got to know what is there in the three stanzas. So this is one of the very simplest poem, where in simple ways itself the poet is trying to say the impact of thunder over the nature and even over the people. Before moving further, I would like to say one more thing. If you see your textbook, there you can find the rhyming words. In the poem itself, you can identify the rhyming words. Once see properly and identify the rhyming words. I will give you few time. Identify it. Okay, I hope you people have identified. Whether you have identified it? Yes. Okay, let us see. My dear students, in rhymes there are two types. So, first kind of rhyme which you can identify it very easily, and the next set of rhyme which you are not possible to identify it very easily. So in the textbook we can find that next set of rhyme. So do you want to know what is it? Yes, in rhyme scheme there are regular pattern and irregular pattern, means perfect pattern and imperfect pattern. So in the perfect, that is regular pattern of rhyme, which is very easy to find, but in textbook you can find the irregular pattern of rhyme. So you can see over there in the second line, if you see the first stanza, second line and the fourth line, low and sky. At the second stanza, abroad and road. And at the third stanza, slow and clo. So these are the belongs to irregular pattern of rhyme. So this is rhyme which is used in the poetry while writing the poetry and lyric. So in the poem also, Emily Dickinson has used irregular pattern of rhymes so that while we are singing the poem, it will be easy and it will be matched. Okay, and the first stanza, second and fourth line, low and sky. And at the second stanza, abroad and road. And at the third stanza, slow and clo. So this is the rhyming pattern which is used by the poet. Coming back again to the poem. So this is a poem which consists 5 stanza with 4 lines, and the poem which describe the scene created by the thunderstorm, right? In that we had already discussed the 3 stanzas. In order to recall it once again, what we have learnt in the 3 stanza. So the thunderstorm, it is a beautiful effect of the nature, and it is one of the beautiful thing of the nature. So the first, the strong wind which begins to blow like a rocking the grass, and even the dark clouds gathered in the sky like threatening the shadows, okay, on earth and the sky. So when the dark wind blows, even the shadows, clouds frame, and it was like it is threatening, which causes harm, which is threatening, which is causing harm to the earth and even to the sky. And while the strong winds blow, the leaf which is attached to the trees, that is scattered due to the strong winds. These leaves are scattered all around over there, almost everywhere, and due to the strong wind, the dust and the sand is also blown into the air, and it is also scattered. This is also scattered on the road and almost everywhere here and there. And while the thunder which is appearing very fast, and due to this, what happens, the wagons which are there, the vehicles which are there on the streets, which are there on the roads, also feels the impact of thunder. Even the vehicles, not only trees, not only air, but not only earth, not only sky, but also the human being who are living in the earth, who are living on the earth, they also feel the impact of the thunderstorm, and due to that, they also feel like moving towards their home very quickly. And at the same time, the thunder will become a bit of slow, means the speed of the thunder will decrease. The speed of the thunder will start to decrease, but the lightning, so how the lightning will be, I hope you can see over the image here. The lightning is like a yellow beak, okay. It seems like when the sudden lightning which comes out from the sky, we can't see it in our naked eyes. I hope you have seen a small video clip over here. So when the lightning which comes out from the sky, it will be very sudden, within a fraction of minute, the lightning which comes out from the sky, and the lightning which seems like a yellow beak. I hope you can see a thin line over there which is having a yellow beak, which is very thin layer. Okay, and even the lightning flashes in the sky showing its yellow beak. It flashes in the sky like showing its yellow beak. And how the lightning is now, the lightning is like it is very angry. So it seems like it is very angry upon something. So this is what the power of the nature. So in this recorded lesson we are going to discuss only 3 stanzas for today's recorded lesson. I hope you people have understood the poem, a beautiful and simple poem which is written by Emily Elizabeth. So before winding up today's recorded lesson, I will give you the home assignment. So the home assignment is 2 questions for you. So the first question is, how did the wind rock the grass and finally cause a miascence? And the second question is, what was the effect of the wind on the leaves and on the road? So these are 2 simple questions. Even the poem is simple and even the answer is simple. Let me continue it in the next class. Thank you.